Okay, so in this final video on the ratio test, I'm just going to do a few examples applying the ratio test with more factorial. So let's look at this series from n equals 1 to infinity of 2n factorial over n factorial times n factorial. So remember that the first thing we need to do is set up the limit as n approaches infinity. Absolute value, we always do the ratio of the n plus first term divided by the nth term. And we want this to be less than 1 for it to converge, for the series to converge. So we've got limit as n approaches infinity. We'll put in n plus 1 everywhere that we see an n. So I have a 2. Make sure here that you see that I'm putting n plus 1 in parentheses because we'll have to distribute that before doing the factorial. In the denominator, we'll have n plus 1 factorial times n plus 1 factorial. Now, since we're dividing by the nth term, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the nth term just to save a step here. And the reciprocal of the nth term is n factorial times n factorial over 2n factorial. And so the next step here is to work with the factorial so that we can cancel some things out. All right, so we've got the limit as n approaches infinity, absolute value. Here, I'm going to distribute, by here I mean right here, I'm going to distribute that so that we write it as 2n plus 2 factorial. And the bottom factorials, I would like to be able to cancel with those n factorials, so we can rewrite each of these. Remember that n plus 1 factorial can be written as n plus 1 times n factorial. So I'm going to do that for both. N plus 1 times n factorial for the first one, n plus 1 times n factorial for the second one. And then we're going to multiply by, I'm not going to do anything with the nth term, just rewrite it. And my next step is going to be to try to simplify this expression so that I can cancel it with 2n factorial. So I want you to think ahead a little of how we might do that. Remember that 2n plus 2 factorial, well, if I start working down and multiplying starting with 2n plus 2, the next term that we multiply by is 2n plus 1, that's 1 less. The next term is 2n, that's 1 less, but I'm going to write that as 2n factorial to take into account that I will multiply all the way down to 1. And then in this denominator, I've got n plus 1 times n factorial, n plus 1 times n factorial over 2n factorial. And now I can cancel. I think this is why I like this test. It's very satisfying to cancel out a lot of stuff. So this n factorial cancels there, that one cancels there, the 2n factorial cancels here. And now we're left with limit as n approaches infinity. In the numerator, we have a 2n plus 2 times 2n plus 1. And in the denominator, we have an n plus 1 times n plus 1. Now, in the limit, as n gets really large, you might notice that the dominant terms, the highest power in the denominator is an n squared with a coefficient of 1. And in the numerator is also an n squared with a coefficient of 4 if I multiply 2n times 2n. So in the limit, this is going to give me 4. That's too big. This is greater than 1. It's too big because that means that as we go further down the sequence, from one term to the next, we're multiplying by big numbers. So this is going to grow. And so this series, because this row is greater than 1, this will diverge. And that's it. We're done with that one. Let's try another example. Let's look at the sum. I'll do a little easier one from 1 to infinity of just 1 over k factorial. Just to practice our steps, right? We're going to form the limit as n approaches infinity. Absolute value n plus first term, or k plus first term, sorry, this should be a k, is going to be k, and this should be a k. K plus 1 factorial over 1 over k factorial. We can, since we're dividing by a fraction, we can multiply by the reciprocal, k. So this is 1 over k plus 1 factorial times k factorial over 1. And we've got the limit as k approaches infinity. In the numerator, we have k factorial. In the denominator, k plus 1 factorial can be rewritten as, right, this is going to be k plus 1 times the term before it, times the term before it, and so on. So it's k plus 1 times k factorial, which I will write here. Here we see the k factorials cancel. We have a 1 in the numerator. As k gets very, very large, this is 0, always less than 1, so this converges absolutely. And that's going to be, I think I was going to do 3, but I'm just going to do 2. And that way you can look over them. We can do some additional ones in class together.